Let's study 10th Standard ICSE Physics, Chapter 7A, Numericals. Mark the following sums as IMP, the 8th sum and the 10th sum as well as the 12th sum. 3 sums are IMP. Let's start with the first sum here. The wavelength is given and the velocity is given. They've asked us to find Roman number 1, number of waves produced in 1 second. That is a definition of frequency, though. So actually they've asked us to find the frequency. And Roman number 2, the time in which one wave is produced. That is the definition of time period. So they've asked us to find the time period. Note that here the wavelength is in centimeter, so we'll have to convert that into SI unit because the velocity is in SI unit. Here's the solution. We convert this into a meter. Frequency is velocity upon wavelength. Substitute the values and get the answer 120 Hertz. Time period is a reciprocal of frequency, so get the answer in seconds. Fourth sum. The man standing 25 meters away from the wall, so distance is given, receives reflected sound, and they've asked us to find the time and the velocity is given. The formula we'll use is velocity is twice the distance upon time. The reason why we write the 2 in this formula is because if the person is here, and this is the reflecting surface, the wall, then the time after which he heard the reflection takes into account the to and fro distance. That's the total distance traveled. But they have asked us to find the time after which he receives the reflected sound. So we have to take the total distance into account. They have given us just the distance between them, 25 meters. But what is the total distance traveled by the sound? 25 plus 25, 50 meters. That's why we put the 2 out here for distance. So we get the answer as 0.143 seconds. The Bravo question is that will he be able to hear an echo? Well, we know that a person can hear an echo only if he can distinguish between the original sound and the reflected sound. And there should be a gap of at least 0.1 second, that is 1/10 of a second, to do that. This is definitely more than that, so he will be able to hear the echo. So that's how you write the answer. Now the 7th sum, number 7. The ship sends a signal in water and he receives it after 4 seconds. Note that's the total time for to and fro journey. And the speed is also given. In water, obviously it's greater. And the distance of the submarine is asked. So again we use this formula. We have to write 2D to take into account the to and fro journey. And we have to find the value of D, which is the depth of the ocean. Always write final statements in the end. Don't just leave it like this. In the 8th sum, a pendulum has a frequency of 5 vibrations per second, that is 5 Hertz. Now he hears echo from a cliff after 8 vibrations of the pendulum. So they have indirectly given us the time here. We'll use unitary method to calculate the time. 5 vibrations of the pendulum corresponds to 1 second of time. And 8 vibrations of the pendulum's oscillation corresponds to how much time? Well, it corresponds to 1.6 seconds. That means he heard the echo after 1.6 seconds and the velocity is also given. So now we can find the distance by the usual formula. Write the final statement. The 9th sum. A person is standing between 2 vertical cliffs. So let this be cliff 1 and let this be cliff 2. And he's standing here, let's say. 2 successive echoes are heard. Echoes of the sound he produced, maybe a clap or something. Because the clap sound will go here and the reflection will reach him. Let's say it takes him 4 seconds here. And again the clap sound goes here and is reflected and comes back here. And this entirely takes 6 seconds. So we have 2 cases here, case 1 and case 2. We know the velocity, so we can find the distance of case 1 and the distance of case 2. We are not finding the total distance traveled by the sound, no. In fact, half of that. We are finding the distance between the person and the cliff. And the 2 distances can be added and we'll get it as 1,600 meters. I'm going to use a shorter method here. I'll just combine the 2 timings, 4 seconds plus 6 seconds. So I will take the time as 10 seconds and the velocity is given. So directly I can find the total distance by using the formula and it comes to be 1,600 meters. Write the final statement that the total distance between the cliffs is 1,600 meters. Now the 10th sum, it's IMP. A person standing at a distance X in front of a cliff fires a gun and another person B standing behind the person A at distance Y from the cliff hears 2 sounds after 2 and 3 seconds respectively. The only way we can understand this sum is by drawing a diagram. So here we see this lady is at a distance X from the cliff. She shoots somebody, maybe she's angry at somebody. And this person B he's at a distance y from the cliff. Why is he behind her? Well, I don't know. Now A shoots, so B will be able to hear the shot directly in 2 seconds. Also, he will be able to hear the reflected sound after 3 seconds. So we have to find the distance x and y. So there are 2 cases here. First of all, the direct sound. Here the distance, this distance is actually y minus x. So the distance is y minus x. This is totally y and this is x. So the distance between B and A is y minus x. And that, what was the time for this direct sound? 2 seconds. And the velocity is given as 320, cross multiply and get an equation in 2 variables. Now the other case, the reflected sound. Here the total distance, if you notice, from here to here it's x, and from here back to the person B is y. So the total distance traveled by the sound is x plus y. Note that here in this sum we won't use 2D or anything like that, because the to and fro motion is not the same. So here the total distance traveled by the sound is x plus y, the total time is 3 seconds as given in the question. Velocity remains the same, 320, cross multiply and get another equation. So I got 2 equations in 2 variables. Now you know how to solve it, and then you get the value of y, substitute it in any equation and get the value of x. Now the 12th sum, there are 2 waves given, a black wave and a blue wave. Compare the amplitude of the 2 waves. Well, the amplitude of the A wave is the maximum height, which is 10 centimeters of the blue wave, and of the black wave the amplitude is 5 centimeters. So the ratio is 10:5, which is 2:1. So the answer is 2:1. Next, wavelength. The wavelength of the blue wave is 8 centimeters. That is one complete wave, 8 centimeters. And the wavelength of the black wave is 16 centimeters. That is one complete wave, 16. So the ratio is 8:16. That is 1:2. So this is how we write it.
Hi students, this is AJ sir. If you like this video, press the like button. If you would like to enroll for my online test series or online lectures, email me or message me on Instagram. Check the description for more information.